Hey, what's going on, everybody? My name is Corey, better known as the Seaman, and I want to welcome you to another edition of the Seaman Cinema Sit-Down. That's right, folks, you know the drill. Pull up a chair, take a seat. Today, we are tackling the 5-minute non-spoiler review for Tomb Raider. Yes, folks, I think it's happened. I think the video game curse may be broken. What a wonderfully adapted video game movie. Maybe because it's basically a video game we've already played. We're going to get into all of that, folks. For those that are unfamiliar with this story, Lara Croft is essentially the female version of Indiana Jones. She is a Tomb Raider, title of the film. No joke, but this movie is about her first adventure. After her father goes missing, she decides, I'm going to go try to find him. And this is her first adventure in trying to find him and solve what he couldn't solve. So you know how we like to start these things. We start with the bad, we end with the good, because I want to leave a good taste in your mouth, and especially for this one, because I think we've got something brewing. So with the bad, right out the gate, weak script. Now this is good and bad, because when I was in the theater, I was saying to myself, man, this feels like video game writers wrote this movie. Well, in fact, it wasn't video game writers, but two amateur writers. Geneva Roberts, this is her first credit for writing, and Alistair Siddons is second credit. And it seems, amateurish at times, but that works because it feels like it fits the video game flow. And if what they were doing was going for that, then bravo. If what they were trying to do was write a really good movie, he wrote a pretty average one. Like I said, the story's kind of generic, it's very predictable, simple, but that's how a lot of video games are. And it really felt, watching this movie, like they were conscious of the fact that video game movies tend to fail as video game movies. And they went for adapting it as a video game movie, and it worked really well. Outside of the story, Lara's dad, played by Dominic West, for me, he was kind of painful, man. A little too cheesy. He has a big scene with Lara toward the end that's super cheesy. And he seemed like he was a little theatrical and over the top, and I just didn't buy the performance. Also, I thought they underused Daniel Wu. I really enjoyed Daniel Wu. Poor character development. He's not really in it very much, and I would have liked to have seen him utilized more. But, all that said, very minor. We're jumping right to the good, because this movie is really about one thing and one thing only. Alicia Vikander. Oh my God, man. Just give this woman every major female role in Hollywood right now. She is so phenomenal. Obviously from Ex Machina, just brilliant in that movie, and man, did she capture the essence of Lara Croft so well in this film. She busted her butt. She is in shape. She is strong. She's very small in stature, but that makes everything she does believable. When she pulls herself up in some of these crazy set pieces, you believe it because she looks physically strong enough to pull her own body weight up. And the other thing I love, man, this is all new to her, and she plays that so well that when she makes mistakes in the movie, and she makes lots of them, because this is her first adventure, she's not a pro yet, but she learns from them, and she gets better. And all of that just works so well, and Vikander plays all of that so well. And for me, the standout is 3 sequences that all follow each other in succession. Watch Vikander's facial expressions. Watch the emotions that she goes through. I know this is a non-spoiler, but I'm gonna mention them. And first, she kind of crashes on a when you're going down a parachute. She crashes on a parachute, and she kind of gets impaled by a stick. Watching her pull that branch out of her, you really believe she pulled that out of her. That's then followed by her first kill. And the way that scene is structured, she is overmatched, and she uses her cleverness to kind of figure it out. And you see what that emotionally does to her as she's doing it, and you're just like, oh, wow. Give her an Oscar. It was that good. And then she finds her father and has to deal with that because she has basically thought he was dead, giving up hope to some degree. And those 3 emotional sequences in a row, man, her face, it's unbelievable. I could talk about Alicia Vikander for 5.5 minutes, but I've only got 1:15 left, and we got some more to go through. And first, like I said, the set pieces in this movie are amazing. If you watch the trailers, the scene on the airplane wing, oh man, so good. Ripped right from the video game. as was the boat sequence. A lot of stuff ripped right out of the video games, but it works. Doing that made this movie work as a video game. And the set pieces, like I said, they're humongous. There's a lot of CGI, some of it not great, but then you see other angles and you're like, "Damn, that's definitely a set," and it looks huge. I want to see the behind the scenes on this film because the set pieces are amazing. The stunts are fantastic. Great action sequences. We get a chase scene right at the beginning that's awesome. All the action sequences in the movie are just great. And that's what, and it's structured like a video game, right? Like, you get a bunch of dialogue, then some cool action stuff that you gotta do. It's a race, or it's, I gotta go run around here. Then there's a bunch of puzzles. All the puzzles in the movie are awesome. They feel like authentic Tomb Raider puzzles. And they all play strategic roles in the movie, and they work. Like, every time they pop up, they work. They don't feel forced. It doesn't feel like, oh, we have to put this in here. And like I said, that video game flow of, like, talking, dialogue, action, puzzle, more dialogue, action. It flows so well, and that's why it works. Shoot, we've hit our 5 minutes, but just a little bit more. Stick with me, a little OT with the good old Seaman. So like I said, man, I mean, I think because of that structure and because of what they do, like I said, the set pieces, there's a sequence where she's running, and you can literally see her path outlining itself. And yeah, that could be a negative, like, oh man, you see that coming. But that's how it is in a video game, guys. Like, when you play a video game, you have to be able to see the path, otherwise you're going to fall, die, and gotta start over. And they took a lot of those themes and how they just understood how a video game flows. The movie flows the same way, and that's why I think it's the best adapted video game movie to date. And when you have someone like Alicia Vikander, man, like I said, if the writing staff and the director and the group, this is what they were going for, bravo. Now we've got our Tomb Raider, man. We get to the end of the movie, Alicia Vikander is Tomb Raider. She is Lara Croft. And if we have sequels, which I hope we do, because I want to see more of Alicia Vikander in this role, just bring the writing up to her level. Oh, shoot. Also, forgot Walter Goggins. Solid. Always. Love Walter Goggins. He plays his role really well. He's funny, but he's very direct and he's very serious. He's been stuck on an island for a long time. Plays it that way. Love Walter Goggins. But even then, still outmatched by Alicia Vikander. She is brilliant. Can't say it enough. If the writing in the next movie comes up to her level with the action, puzzles, the flow, they've got the formula. Give me a better story now. That's all I gotta say, man. Really, really enjoy Tomb Raider. Now it's your turn. Have you seen Tomb Raider? Let me know in the comments. Did you like it? Did you not like it? What worked? What didn't? Do you think that the video game curse could be broken? Do you think it's the best adapted video game movie of all time? Let me know. Hit those comments. If you haven't seen the movie, have I enticed you enough to want to go check out Alicia Vikander? Just knock your socks off? I hope I did. Please hit the comments. Tell me all those things. Let me know what you're thinking. As always, if you enjoyed the video today, hit that thumbs up button. And if you are new here, please hit the subscribe button. Also, the little bell that follows, so you get an alert every time I make a new video. For the Seaman Cinema Sit Down, I am the Seaman. I am signing off. Peace!